welcome to another episode of John Works Too Much. Today's lesson is don't do drugs, kids. So, apparently somebody came in this bathroom and spent about 6 months remodeling it, which we can't possibly imagine, but there's some nice features about this bathroom. For example, you might look at this toilet and think, what could possibly be wrong with this toilet? Well, for starters, it doesn't really fill back up unless you kind of jiggle the handle, which, there it goes. Kind of a nice feature. Also, it's not exactly solid. So you might think to yourself, is that right? No. Let's look down here. Here's the sink. They have this thing custom made. But then, if you can get down here, you see this right here? That's the wrong size. They brought in plumbing from over here and put in like an 1 inch line instead of 1.5 inch line. It's embarrassing. But then there's a tile. And it's not beautiful, as you can see. Like the drain's crooked and whatever. But also, that's not the worst of it. It also leaks behind the wall and goes into the next room in the garage and just rots things out. So we're going to tear all of this out, and then we're going to put it all new, and then you'll be like this. I can't wait. So, Kenny thinks he's funny. He told me this was cotton candy. Now my stomach's itchy. I pooped a hammer. All right, so a lot of you think like, I'm so smart. I want to do things the right way. And maybe you like put Hardy on here, and then you put this membrane on here, and you think, and now it'll never leak because I use the right product, but I use it the wrong way. So this is your shower pan, this gray stuff right here. This is like a rubber, right? So this should go down underneath. There's a drain piece, you can't see it right now. You silicone that, and then that comes up, and then it's supposed to come up behind everything, so that whenever you put your rock on here, green rock or hard or whatever, then and then your tile, that then if water runs back behind there somewhere, then it doesn't go into your wall, which is what's going on here. So the shower head is spraying right onto this, and this doesn't come up and over. And yeah, it's cute that you got this membrane and that you got the Hardy, but this is basically a pretty new shower that we had to completely tear out. That was done right by a professional. So don't do that. So it was a fight, I'm not gonna lie. We had to beat the crap out of this thing. When people do things right, you know, when people talk about like, oh man, back in the day, they really used to build things right. And I'm like, you mean they used a lot of concrete and lath and stuff that's really difficult to get out? That's basically what this wonderful individual did. I'm sure he was trying his best, and I don't have bad words to say about him, but it definitely was hard getting out. But we beat the crap out of it, and it beat the crap out of us. It drew some blood. Kenny lost some blood. I lost some blood. But as you can clearly see, we fixed it. And tomorrow we will lay tile, and the next day we will grout. And then you'll be like, John works too much. The dump has gotten ridiculous. First of all, just to get in the dump, we got to wait 30 minutes to an hour, and that's if the line's short. The line goes clean out to Collins and down the road. Then you get in here, and this convenience center, which should be called an inconvenience center, is completely empty. Nobody's doing anything. You can't see back behind us, but all those bays are empty because they just keep everybody locked up in the line. Then you can go over here. It used to be 2 people per slot or whatever, but because of COVID, we can only put 1 person per slot. Like all the germs in the Metroplex come to the dump to have a big orgy, and all of a sudden we got to stay 6 feet apart. It's ridiculous. This place is filthy. Anyway, so we're waiting here. These clowns try to back their truck up 50 times, like pull up, hit their gas, hit their brakes, nothing comes out. A twig comes out. We're up back here laughing at them like, seriously, dude, you're gonna have to man up and actually do something. So they're picking away piece by piece. This other dude with the trailer and the fence panels, he leaves. So we pull in there, then they yell at us. Oh, he was here first, he was here first. So we gotta leave. We'd have been done. We'd have been done 20 minutes ago. He's over here like 1 panel at a time. 45 minutes later. All I'm saying is, flu season's over. Open the buffets. So, today, we got a late start, mostly because we had to take time to go to the dump, and the dump is ridiculously slow. So, it's almost lunchtime, but we're gonna go ahead and get started. So, you're probably thinking to yourself, how do I lay tile in a shower? Well, the first thing you wanna do, because a shower pan slopes towards the drain, then you wanna make a level line all the way around so that your tile's gonna down there and land at a level place, right? Now, a lot of you are probably thinking to yourself, who were the first people to use water level? That's interesting trivia. The answer is Egyptians. Egyptians used water levels, and so they just had a bubble in there, and they just brought the hose up, and they're like, that is level, because that's how it works. And they were like pretty smart. It was long before they built the pyramids, but not that long before. Maybe like 4 days before they built the pyramids, they discovered that you can use the water level. So anyway, we're gonna try to get this done by lunchtime because we're rock stars and ninjas, and that's what we do. And we can't wait to show you what beautiful things we can do when we take just a mess of tile and then lay it on a wall. It'll be amazing. We have time-lapsed across 11.5 minutes. And as you can clearly see, we put in all this tile, which is truly beautiful. Now, some of you have asked me, what's up with these orange crosses? You might be thinking to yourself, I bet that's because this represents how many people in the country or the world have had COVID, and this represents how many people have not. And maybe that one up there represents how many people are immune. Incorrect. All this represents how many people maybe have got COVID, probably, and then, whatever. And then that right there, that's the people who died from it. They also died from other things, like shark attacks. They jumped out of an airplane without a parachute. Maybe they got COPD and emphysema, cancer, leukemia, and a bunch of other things, but also COVID. Those people died of COVID. That's them right there. Now, Kenny, I want you to have this. That way, I can't call you Nicholas anymore. Also, here, let me add this to it. That's your 6th sense. You see dead people. Maybe some of you are wondering from different parts of the world, what's it like in Texas in the summertime? Well, let me just tell you, it's hot. We're not in summer officially yet, that's another 10 days, but it gets real hot. In fact, it gets so hot that the other day I went ahead and wanted to cool off, so I put my head in the oven at 350 degrees. Now sometimes you sweat a lot and you start cramping up, but it's okay to microdose with bananas. So this will help you from not cramping. This and pickle juice. So this is how monkeys open up bananas, and they don't have to fight it and all that stuff. You don't want to eat too much, because you can overdose and get a potassium overdose. That's bad for you. You don't want that crap. You just let them take their set. I have plenty. That'll definitely stop the cramps. But then sometimes you're thinking to yourself, my check engine light feels like it's on. I wish that, I just don't feel like I have enough energy, Maybe I need to fill up the old gas tank. So that's what we do. Me and Kenny, we drink gas, and it really, really does help. So all you gotta do, it's better if you keep it in the fridge, but this isn't refrigerated, so hopefully it won't be too bad. It stings a little, I'm not gonna lie. But I feel like I'm ready to go. Okay, I'll tell you what, we're gonna finish grouting this, let's go outside, we're gonna paint this house, we're gonna get a lot of stuff done today.
I'm scrubbing the floors for my evil stepmother.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You gonna go to the ball tonight?
If I don't get them clean, I can't do anything tonight.
Well, do you want to go to the ball or what?
I do want to go to the ball. I want to have a ball, for sure.
You think you're gonna meet the guy like Prince Charming?
Well, considering I'm a guy, I'm hoping I'm gonna meet Princess Charming.
Princess Charming?
Yeah. And instead of losing a glass slipper, I might lose like a glass work glove or something like that.
Oh, a glass work glove.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea what this Princess Charming's name is?
I think her name's probably starts with an R, ends with HL.
Oh.
Yeah. It's not gonna be too hard to find the right person for the glove to fit because there's not enough hard workers out there anyways. So you can just knock out 95% of men and go around to all the hard workers, Eventually you'll find me.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Oh, hey there. So you're probably thinking to yourself, I wonder if we did all this grout. The truth is, I did some of the grout, but Ken did a lot of it. But take a look. Now, isn't that pretty? We'll listen to an audiobook from Cookie Monster again. Also, this thing was an atrocity before God. And by that I mean the last guy, I don't know if he was a professional clown, but he definitely, in his work, was a clown. But now, it works! We had to redo some plumbing and stuff. And this toilet was horrendous, I think you remember. But now, less horrendous, and it all works. Crazy! Yeah, so now we're gonna go and prep the house and paint a house because that's how we roll. Cool. So today, we've already grouted and put in a toilet and a sink, faucet, blah, blah, blah. But now we're gonna paint this house. And I know what you're thinking. If you're gonna use a paint sprayer, how are you gonna get electricity? Since this street has no outlet. Ken, what are you doing?
Well, this is one of those rare caulk gun trees. And
This is?
Yeah, since
How can you tell? Is it the leaves or the trunk, the bark? What is it?
it's the way that it's all swirly and stuff like that. I don't want to get too technically involved with how the tree looks. But I thought, considering, you know, all your caulk guns are all gunked up and stuff like that, I might try and find me a nice ripe Oh, look, let's see if
Kenny, caulk gun, just wait a minute.
Yeah, and you pluck it right off.
And it's just ready?
Caulk gun tree. Yeah, look, check it out.
Well,
It's good to go.
just squirt it all over the place. So working out in this Texas heat, you sweat a lot, right? And it's actually really good for you because you can lose quite a bit of weight. So I know a lot of you have been eating and porking up during this quarantine. Of course, we haven't. I've gotten almost, not quite yet, almost down to my original birth weight. And I know what you're thinking, that's retarded, you can't do that. Here's the thing though. When I was born, I was 175 pounds. My poor mother. God only knows what she had to go through. Anyway, I'm 180 now, so I think probably about 4 more hours working in this heat, I'll be down to 175 and we'll be good to go. But here's what I'm looking for, right? I think that with enough sweating and enough effort, I could actually float. I could get to negative pounds and I could float. Later on, I'm gonna make a video. Once I get to that weight, I'm gonna make a video and you're gonna see me just floating. That's how we get up high. We don't use ladders, we just float up there. Really amazing. Hey, Liz. Hey, is Liz short for lizard?
No, Elizabeth.
Oh, excuse me, that's very embarrassing. Oh, hey there. In production, nobody ever says, let's fix it in prep. They always say, let's fix it in post. In other words, we're gonna be real lazy about this, and then we're gonna let some poor schmo that's stuck inside a room somewhere, he can fix all of our problems that we didn't address because we're too lazy. But we don't do that. We fix it in prep. So, we replaced that fascia board up there, that's that gray one. We caulked everything all the way around the whole house, and we're painting the brick too, so we caulked all the cracks in the brick. Now, speaking of cracks, this really makes me sad to talk about this. And I'm not crying, they're cutting onions out here somewhere, and look, somebody decided to fact check us, okay, on our last video. I didn't believe it either, but I saw it with my own eyes, and Kenny plucked one of those caulk guns from a caulk gun tree. It's real. It's on the internet. And you never mess up a good story with facts. So please stop that. It's embarrassing for all of us. All right, we're gonna paint this now. So many people are like, John, do you take anything seriously? All you do is joke around all the time. I'm about to show you how to really paint this wall. I painted the top part already. The fascia, that's this top part. That's gonna be a different color. We'll do that tomorrow. But we painted this gable, that's the triangle is the gable. Now we painted some of this, but I'm gonna paint this right here in about, I don't know, we'll see how long it takes. I'm thinking probably less than 20 minutes, but maybe way less. Drinking that gas really helped. Boom. I think that might have been 45 minutes. It might have been 3 minutes. I'm not really good with time, but that's how you do it. Obviously, we'll have to do another coat. There it goes. Ladybugs are considered good luck because farmers noticed that when ladybugs were around, their crops were better. They had good crops. And when they weren't around, they didn't have as good of crops. And so they were considered good luck. The truth is that ladybugs eat aphids and aphids eat crops. So that's why that's good luck.
Dude, look at it. Look, they've got all the shades of pee. When you start out hydrated, and as the day goes on, they even got kidney failure. I mean, that looks like pee, dude.
Oh, hey there. So we're about to do a second coat of paint, and we don't need a tape measure to do that. But I've realized, because people ask me, that a lot of you can't read a tape measure. So I'm gonna teach you, because you need to know. This is what your dad should have taught you years ago. All right, so clearly there's an inch, 2 inches, 3 inches, and so forth. The feet are black, so there's 1 foot and 2 foot and whatever. But also, whenever you're framing, you do it on 16-inch centers because sheet goods land on 4 feet and 8 foot sections. So there's 16-inch, 32-inch, 48-inch, and so on. It goes on. All right, so the American system is based on halves. So there's 1 inch, but then that big line, that's a 1/2 inch. And then half of that is a 1/4 inch, and half of that's an 1/8, and half of that's a 1/16. So there you have 1 inch, 1/16, 1/8, 3/16, 1/4 inch, 5/16, 3/8, 7/16, 1/2 inch, 9/16, 5/8, 11/16, 3/4, 13/16, 7/8, 15/16, and then another inch. So that's how that works. It's based on halves. Like, for example, half the population is below average. And maybe you're below average because it's not your fault. Maybe you're not just like soft in the head, but maybe somebody needs to tell you something. So here's what I'm gonna do. You can ask me literally anything, and I'll answer you in a video. One of these dumb videos that we make while we're doing way too much work. All right, love you too. So my mom always told me I could do anything that I dreamed of, and I want to thank her for that, because I finally achieved my goal. I sweat enough that I got to a negative weight so that I could float, and I can't do it for long. It's a little awkward still, but I'm gonna float up there, and I'm gonna paint that last little bit of trim for you. So let's see if this works. Still rolling?
Yep. You should stick your arms out and wave them around a little bit. All right, guys. So we're here, and we're wrapping up this job. We had to painstakingly milk vanilla extract out of vanilla beans to get the rest of the color we need for our color mix on our paint. You see that we got a nice good green color. You might not think that vanilla beans extract this green color, but they do. Don't even look it up. It's not worth looking. The reason why we did that is because of this COVID-19 scare. We have to, create a barrier for COVID-19 to make our customers feel real safe and sound. So that's what we did. And there's a specific way you have to put it on. You have to use a pinstripe brush. It took us about 52 minutes with a pinstripe brush to put all that paint on the fascia, but it was worth the effort. And so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna sit here and we're gonna enjoy this job. We did some feng shui. We moved the furniture around and stuff. I don't know if you can see the front porch right there, but
oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, we put stuff back. I know some people don't like to do that, but we do just because we're nice guys. As you can see, it's beautiful. I mean, I don't know what else anybody else could ever want for their house other than this beautiful performance art we just did for them.
Can you do a interpret dance for us real quick?
Okay, yeah. So like this.
Oh no, that is good. That is good.
And that's what we do. That's our end of the job dance. So that means we get to pack it up and go home and sit in some AC. And that's always good in this Texas heat.
It's still early.
Yeah.
Hey, if you got a pool, I miss you.
Yeah, I miss you too. Please call us.